when I'm broken, I relish it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use it. Because if I'm broken, then I just found my limitations. And until I know what my limitations are, how can I push them? How can I get better? Once I see it, once I feel it, once I see where I was broken, then I can attack that weakness. I can fill in that gap. I can reinforce that breach. If you break, it means it's time to fortify your will to make it stronger. And look, there's all kinds of different ways to break. You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and none of those are fun, and all of those are gonna leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory, or it can be the mark of defeat. Because every time you break, and in every way that you break, while it's a chance, it's definitely a chance for you to give up, but there's also opportunity. There's opportunity to get stronger and get smarter and get faster and get tougher and get more stable and get more resilient. You have the opportunity to show the world, the whole world, what you are really made of. If you break, the fight isn't over. In fact, if you break, the fight is just beginning. And as you crawl up and out of that dismal and wretched place, and you're covered in blood and sweat and dirt and filth as you rise above what you were, and as you take the form of who you are supposed to be, you will see that in the very act of standing up, in the very act of fighting on, you will become and you will remain unbroken.
If you really got a problem with your life, you'll change it. You're not tired of being broke. You're not tired of being stuck. You're not tired of all the gun violence and drama and dysfunction around you. You're not tired of being in an abusive relationship. You're not tired, because if you was tired, you would actually do some shit about it. Can't tell me you ain't tried. Anybody who is determined to do something, who wants something to be different, it will eventually be different. You're gifted, you're talented. God has much bigger plans for you in your life. Everything around you is going to change as soon as you change the things around you. It's very simple. Change your mind, and everything about your bank account, your surroundings, your environment, for your kids, the safety of any and everything going on will all change. I'm tired of everybody running around complaining as if you're on the receiving end of whatever this world wants to dump on you, and you don't have a choice. You have no bottom line. And that's why you continue to be taken advantage of. It's time to grow up, man. It's tired of people to really get out of this, excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. You have created every excuse in the world in your mind, and you have figured out a way to justify it in your mind, and it makes sense to you. That's why you're still in it. That's why you're out of shape. That's why you're still doing the same shit that you're doing, because you have it makes sense to you in your mind. You got a problem with it, but then you justify it. And once you justify it, you stay in it. I want you to be successful. I want you to stop coming up with reasons and excuses as to why you're doing the same shit over and over and over and over. And if you're real mature, then you're ready to make some real grown-up decisions from the age of 17. There is a such thing as changing everything as soon as you change your mind. So now you've decided to be on the receiving end of all of these abusive, ungrateful, unappreciative people that takes advantage of they're taking your kindness for weakness. And then you go to sleep every night irritated, annoyed, miserable, frustrated, and even to the point of being depressed because you just can't understand it. Change your mind and it's going to change your life.